So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make everybody like you. You're going to be the most popular and well-liked person in your circle. Ready? Well, I regret to inform you that I can't. Anybody, in fact everybody, is going to have haters. Is going to have people you can't please. See, people are designed in a very weird way, right? People are designed to want success and everyone's adulation, but they do not reciprocate. They do not give everybody their adulation, right? In fact, there's more hate driven out into the world than, love or admiration or adulation, whatever you like to call it. What I'd rather teach you in this video is how to adapt and be okay with haters. The most successful, famous, innovative people in the world, in history, have always had their fair share of haters. In fact, you do anything innovative, you stand up for anything, somebody's going to shit on you. It's how the world is designed in a way. People don't want new people coming up with new things. Some do, the others are just like, this is bad, right? Because people like comfort. And the minute there's a new person on the block, that is a threat to their comfort, is a threat to their status. I was reading this scientific paper on jealousy or envy, and it says a very interesting thing, right? If you knew someone, some famous figure who was making more money than you didn't really care. But if you had a friend who was making more money than you, then you would get upset. So people are much more sensitive to things like jealousy among their friends than to random people on the internet. And one new thing that the internet has done is it's brought people closer together. So now you can sit on my videos and comment, right? So it's brought us closer together. So in a way, I've entered your friend circle. And that's why this influx or increase of hate after the advent of the internet. Pre-internet, you saw somebody on TV, there's so much distance that you wouldn't be able to hate that person. We had a different kind of fanship and haters. There were haters, but not as many as we have today, because today we're in proximity. And YouTube and Instagram, they all reward people who are chronic posters, who post every single day or every alternate day or whatever, right? So the more you post, the more engagement you get, the more your fans know you, the more your haters know you. See, let's go back to your friend circle for a bit, right? If you try to please everyone, you are going to get stepped on. You know what else gets stepped on? A doormat. Don't be a doormat. Steve Jobs has this great quote, right? If you want to be liked by everyone, sell ice cream. And I've said this in multiple videos, but today if you try to sell ice cream, the vegans will come after you or somebody will come after you, right? Somebody is going to shit on you because we've created a world and an environment where it's okay for anybody to speak, whether positively or negatively, on the internet. And the internet engagement, the algorithms reward people who are hating on other people, right? If you say toxic things, you're going to get replies. You're going to get attention. So haters do it for two reasons. A, they are hurt. Something has gone wrong in their life. They're not satisfied with what they have. So they're looking into another person's plate. And secondly, they also see this as an opportunity to gain attention. When people on the internet talk nonsense about Elon Musk, they know that people are going to like it. Other people that hate Elon Musk are now going to band with these people. It's actually a way of tribal conformism or a way to pull tribes together, right? A common enemy brings people together. A common good does not bring people together, believe it or not. It's a common enemy. Coronavirus got humans, all the countries in the world together, the hospitals, the medical teams of all countries together for a little bit to solve the COVID crisis. You should have seen the number of papers that came out on PubMed just as soon as COVID came out, right? They were collaborating because there was a common enemy. Even in this case, when somebody goes on the internet and talks nonsense about you, they are creating a signal. It's like a bat signal, right? For all the other haters to come and say, yeah, I also hate this guy, or I also hate this girl. They're not banding together in one group. The only problem is there's no real emotional connection between those people. The entirety of their conversation is one thing, a person and the shit that the person has said, right? So I'm not the biggest fan of that sort of groupism. It's mob mentality at its finest. And you as a person should understand that if that's happening to you or you are a part of it, learn to identify and be aware of it. If you are the target, if you are the victim, understand that it'll go away soon. Those sort of group bonds don't last long. And for people who are on the wrong side of it, who are hating people in a group, understand that it's not going to last long. It's temporary pleasure. You're getting like some pleasure out of it. And eventually it's going to happen to you. If you have any goals or ambitions of being successful, you are unfortunately going to see the same thing come back to you. So why do it now? Why not start by making a better world with you and breaking this rubbish group that you've created? Now back to your friend group, right? The way to make people like you, or at least to make a good impact on as many people as you can, so that they are non-hostile to you, is to first understand that people don't remember what you've said. People don't remember what you did. People remember how you made them feel. Even today, there are people who tell me that, oh, I met your grandfather and, he spoke like this. He made me feel good about myself. And I remember that because I had this one intern who came to the office for a few days and he wanted a picture with me. And I wasn't available, right? So I was, I think, in the middle of something, but I stopped, I got off it, and I took a picture with him. So I was like, this guy's going to remember it for the rest of his life, right? And I want to have as many people on my side of the ring as possible, so I will put in the effort. I will do this work, right? So similarly, you might not be in a position where, taking a picture might please the other person, but see what you can do to make the other person feel good. And you don't, like some people who are doormats, right? They will go do work for the other person. They will go and put in some effort. I've seen this happen, right? They will go buy you coffee and stuff like that. That's not going to work. Then you take this, master-slave kind of a relationship, right? It's an unsaid master-slave relationship if you start doing too much work for somebody. It's just how the human brain works. Rather, make them feel good. Ask them how their day went. Listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. People love when somebody listens to what they're saying. Right? And people love when you're engaging with their conversation. People love to be heard, and you can't say in the middle, oh, but I like ice cream. You have to say, oh yeah, that's what happened in your life. Okay, tell me more. Be a genuine listener, because when you're a genuine listener, people feel heard. People feel good. It's part of our programming. Utilize that. And make sure you're relatable. There are a lot of things I believe in or I do research about that I just can't talk about when, say, I'm at a family gathering or I'm at a party. Right? So now I know the metaverse is popular, but I used to talk about the metaverse 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So I can't go to a random party where there are people talking about what cricketer played well last night. I can't go there and tell them metaverse. I can't do that. I have to be relatable. Right? I have to talk about their topic or I keep my mouth shut if I don't know anything about the topic they're talking about. So be relatable. You don't have to go in and talk about what you're interested in. I've seen a lot of people do that. Go in and talk about what they're interested in. They're not able to read the room. They're not able to tell what the room wants to hear. You need to tell people what they want to hear. And you'll see this very, very common, right? This is a very common phenomenon that happens. When people are a DJ, when people become the DJ or assign the DJ at a party, they play the music they like. And I used to do this for many years, by the way. I played the music I like, that I'm a fan of. And that would always get me weird stares. But over the last few years, I've learned to read the room. Right? As my emotional skills matured, I learned to read the room. Like, what are these people going to like? And that's why I play the most mainstream club music that I know all these people have heard on the radio or whatever. Right? Because I know you can't go wrong with that. And I know these people are going to enjoy it and like it and say, you play the best music. Yeah, bro, I'm just playing American Top 40. I'm not really playing the best music. I'm playing music that you know. If I played music that you don't know but it's still good, you'd say, I hate this music. Right? So it's about relatability. And you can create that relatability by being down to earth and giving people what they want rather than giving people what you want. The next thing is to smile. Right? The more you smile, the more optimism you beam. This is a sad, downtrodden world. There's a lot of negativity going around. So if you're the kid or the guy or the girl who's smiling all the time, people want to be around you. You're beaming optimism. Right? People want to listen to you. People want to be in the same group as you. Even if what you have to say is negative, you can still smile and say it. Right? You can still say, hey, the world's going down, but who cares? Right? So smile. It's always a good habit. I've seen these people who are like, by default, their mouth is like, they're like frowning. Nobody wants to talk to them. Nobody wants to go near them. Don't be that person. Right? It's not hard to smile. And it becomes a habit. That's a cool thing. Finally, trust people first. Kunal Shah says this a lot, right? It's a trust deficit nation. Why don't you start by showing people trust? Trust people first. Say, yeah, I get you. I'll go with your lead first. If you fail, then we'll switch to me, but we'll try your thing first. I do this a lot at work, right? Where I'm not 100% sure of what one person wants to deploy, but I'm like, I'll go with your lead, right? Go for it. Try. It's called trust. And, especially with young people who start companies, it's quite the opposite. That they don't let the other person do what is good because they feel like that person's going to screw up. So they try to, micromanage and control everything. Don't do that. Hire good people. Don't hire trash people because then you can't trust them, right? So hire people you can trust, even on a bad day, and give them the keys to the kingdom and see what happens. And you will be pleasantly surprised. This is how to make people like you guys. And even if people don't like you, who cares? The world's full of haters. As long as you are a nice person, as long as you are not part of this mob mentality, and as long as you understand that it's all about how relatable you are and how you make other people feel, and it's not about you, that is when you will make people like you. That's it for me. Bye.